Hello, Annette. Hello, James. Yes, it's dark. It's not time out. Waiting on a few people to get on here and we'll try and get started. Hello, Sissy. Stormy days. It is cold out. Hello, Jeremy. So all my company's gone now. And I'll be going back hunting tomorrow morning. I'm going to try to get another one while I'm on vacation and hopefully get a lot of the stuff straightened up around here and start remodeling on the house. Got all my wood in. Nah, I got him hanging up out here. It is cold. I'll let him hang overnight, then I'll process him tomorrow. Unless a bugger gets him. And that reminds me, I did make a mistake. Whenever we gutted him today before loading him up, I got the, let me start from this. Last year, whenever I got one, I laid the heart and the kidneys and the liver aside to bring home. And, that's the good organs that you can eat. And I stuck my knife in the log, and I laid those up on the log while I was loading my deer up. And I stuck my knife in the log, and I got back, realized that I'd forgot my knife. After hanging the deer up, I went back up there, and it hadn't been 15, 20 minutes at the most. And all the other guts, the intestines and the stomach and all that was still on the ground, but the good, like the heart and listen, here comes the house. That is a parcel of coyotes. Could y'all hear that? Makes me wish I had my recorder still yet. I dried it all out, and I guess where it was on, it fried the circuits in it. So now every time I turn it on, it says low battery. And what I'm thinking about, I was watching the Alabama game in here. Let me go turn that down so we don't hear it. Give me a second. One second, guys. Okay, so y'all could hear that. That's cool. I found my coyote call too. I've got it in there. But anyway, last year I left those organs on the log and came back, and all the other organs were gone. Did they score again? But so I put them out this year. Whenever I got it, I put out the kidneys and the liver on the log, and I had the heart still in it. That's the best part. I like the heart. I brought it back with me. So tomorrow, whenever I go hunting, I'm going to see what all's gone, and it could all be gone. But I've heard of other people that happening to them. I've heard of the whole deer actually being stolen. I'm kind of worried about this deer out here tonight, which they've never really took a deer off of me. And but I don't know. I don't know about them. I've got some of the legs and stuff laid up out there, except for what Bailey's moved around and all that. And usually once I get all my cuts of meat off there, I'll go put it up in a tree somewhere. And I probably will take video of that. I couldn't take the video of me leaving the stuff because my hands were pretty messy after getting done cleaning that guy. That's all right, sissy. But I've got another video that I took today, and right after it, I didn't actually capture this on video, but I mean, if y'all keep up with me, you've seen where I've captured rocks and stuff being thrown. But me and Aiden, the oldest boy, was hunting right above the house, about where those howls were coming from. Matter of fact, out of a different stand, and his mommy and her husband and daughter and the youngest boy all went to the Booger shack to hunt this evening. Well, I was trying to, these are young boys, and you got to teach them how to hunt and how to be quiet and what to do whenever you're out in the woods hunting or just whatever. But I was, showing him how to walk quiet. I mean, there's a way, you don't drag your feet like he likes to do and grab onto stuff and break sticks, all that. But anyway, we was walking, and all of a sudden, whenever we was right above the house, a rock got tossed or something. I wasn't sure what it was the first time, and I thought, well, maybe it could have been, it could have been anything, nut or anything, which about all the nuts are out of the trees now, I guess. But coming back, that same spot, something was thrown again. So I turned on the camera and I started recording then. So I'll try to get it uploaded. I might go ahead and get it tonight and start it uploading. We'll see what happens with it. But I went to the Walmart here in Louise. I went to the one in Logan whenever I went to pick up the boys, and neither one of them had the recorder that I had. I'll either have to order that offline. I've been asking around. They had an Olympia or something like that kind of recorders at Walmart, which is different than what I have. And I don't know if you go to make files or whatever with them, if it would be the same process that I'm doing now, because I just figured all that out. But I'm going to get at least one. I'm going to try to get two of them. But like any vacation, this one's took a lot of my money. And before I came on vacation, I had to pay taxes on my truck. So there went another $300, plus all my bills came due this time. The next 3 paychecks are mine. But anyway, enough of that. It'll be at least a week is what I'm getting to before I get another recorder. Yeah, I've looked on I think it was Amazon. I talked to the gal on the Bigfoot research, Denise, and again, if you all don't know her, check out her channel. She gets the greatest audio I've ever heard. Her last video was a trip. There was something walking around her, and I mean, it seemed like it didn't mind a bit that she was there. It was crazy. But yeah, I'll probably order whatever I get the next time offline, because you can get better deals offline, and our Walmart sucks. Yeah, I seen where you commented too, Sissy. Man, that was crazy, wasn't it? That is one brave woman. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, something was walking around her. And I mean, you know, that either has to be a predator of some sort, like a coyote or a wolf or whatever. You know, I don't think a big cat could do it, but you know, most critters like a deer or a squirrel or something like that runs the other way whenever you get up on them like that, and they sure ain't gonna come up to you and her yelling out to it and everything. I think it was a booger just because I heard a couple knocks in that video. I even heard one of the classic type of knocks. Cece, why don't you post the name of her channel on there? It's all one word. It's Bigfoot Research. She goes out in her, you know, she takes her truck down this big long dirt road out in the middle of nowhere by herself. Sometimes she takes her granddaughter, and she just catches some amazing stuff on audio. I mean, just simply amazing. Yeah, it was too heavy. I mean, I was just saying, you know, it had to be a predator or a booger. I mean, I'm thinking it was a booger. There you go. And it's all one word whenever you look her up. There's actually 2 Bigfoot research channels, but it's actually one word whenever you look it up. Bigfoot Research. I'm not. I don't think it has the capital B in Bigfoot. But I mean, you talk about someone with some guts. I mean, that gal. I don't know if I could handle half the stuff she does. I mean, out in the middle of nowhere, just in her truck or sitting on her tailgate or whatever. I was hoping she'll be on tonight, but I haven't seen her on comment yet. Kubo and Bear's presentation, the one for Upar or whatever it was. I guess that would be their last one they'll do together unless they get back together. But did I finish my story about the rock throwing? I mean, what was, we went by the spot one time and the rock was, or something was sounding like a rock being thrown. The second time coming back by, I made sure to stop in that same spot, and there's a bunch of fallen trees and stuff right there. And it's actually below a big rock where I found the track. But I know for sure, I saw the rock the second time. Now, I didn't get to film none of this, but I did film behind me as we was walking away. Bailey's GoPro. Yeah, I mean, I can see some bonuses for that. I mean, whenever she's standing still or whatever, in the last video, not a lot of people noticed, but there was some deer hair on the ground and something on the ground. She looked like she ate it or something. Maybe it kind of looked like maybe it was deer fat or something, but there was definitely a deer kill there. Now, what got it, who knows? I need to go down and check it out. That was before rifle season. That was on Friday that happened. But whenever she's moving and got her head down, then it's, you know, it's pretty tough watching the video. But whenever she's standing still, and I'm thinking, you know, if she is friends with one, I'm thinking maybe she'll go up to him and possibly get a good picture. Yeah, I mean, you know, if she walks up to one, like I said, because that day I was pretty excited about it. She walked down the hill away from us. First she started sniffing the air, and then she started wagging her tail, and she went down the hill like she does so many times. And she did find, like I said, there definitely some deer hair and something on the ground, and it looked like she was in a kill box too, with some of the structures around. Go back and watch the video. I mean, there was some structures around her, and I was just waiting to see one. But I'm thinking, people said, you know, put it on her back or whatever. I think on her head might be The only other option, which I don't know if that would work, some way I need to get it on her chest, but when her head's down, what I'm afraid of, if I put it on her back or her head, then, you know, if she goes underneath a log or a stick or something, could knock it off there. I mean, I was kind of surprised that it stayed on and she didn't lose it. I mean, then I'd have to go and track it down and find out where it went and all that. But maybe, like, I don't know if I could rig up some type of, like a bike helmet or something, if she would allow me to put that on her. I don't know. I'm going to try to work it out, but I mean, what I'm doing now, I'm going to keep doing until I can figure out a better way. I try to strap it down, but it's still just the movement. I mean, anybody walking with a video camera is going to have movement to it. With her head down, you can't see nothing but her jaws. Yeah, exactly. I think she might have been in a... I don't know what you mean, Deb. I think she was in a kill box. I swear I do. And I'm going to walk down there and check it out sometime this week. I'm off on vacation all this week, and now I've got meat. Definitely, I got one. So, I try to get 2 every year. 2 deer, because that'll do me all year. I've got one of those food saver bags that you suck all the air out, and it keeps the meat really good. So 2 deer usually last me all year. I mean, Bailey likes deer meat. The cats like deer meat. Everybody likes deer meat here. I usually fix it some for Thanksgiving and Christmas also for everybody. Oh, I don't know. No, that's not exactly correct. I don't think my Rottweiler got killed by a booger. I think he was just an old man. There wasn't a mark on him, so I can't say that a booger done that. I don't know, but he was an old dog, so I don't know if a booger got him or not. Now Opie, the German Shepherd, and all this happened whenever I had to go in. My uncle had fell off a roof and we thought we was going to lose him. He was bad off in the hospital, and I had to go in to stay with Granny because he stays with her to watch her and take care of her and all that. And I lost both my dogs. Or I was away for a couple months, and I would come back, and I was in Logan about 5 days a week and driving back and forth to work, and I would come back here to check, feed my dogs and everything, and both my dogs died during this time, and it's just terrible. But I can't say for certain that a booger got either one of them. And to be honest with you, I can't say for certain a booger got the pups either. I mean, it's awful funny that my friend seen a wolf across the creek, and I guess a wolf could have got in that cage. It could have, used its mouth to open it up. I don't know. It's hard. I mean, there's some things that strange things that happen that, other things could have happened to him, like the Rottweiler could have died of old age or whatever. Yeah, we have wolves, we have cougars, we have coyotes, we have I've seen 2. I think they're lynx or something. We definitely got bobcats too, but I think these are lynx. I've seen 2 of them, different colors. That was as big as a boxer dog, huge. Yeah, well, the Rottweiler, he got snake bit before right on his head. They got a big head anyway. He got all swelled up, but he was a tough old bird. He got poisoned one time with antifreeze from the loggers, and I give him eggs to get him through that. But yeah, there's plenty of predators around here. I mean, I'm out in the middle of nowhere. The foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, they're out here. They've actually started bear season this year, the first time in a long time here in Lawrence County, Kentucky, because the bear population's getting out of hand. But yeah, I don't know. I do have a post office box, but I'm not giving out my address. It's not a post office box. I get it delivered to my home, but I'm not giving out my address. No, I'm not a logger. I'm actually a mechanic. I mean, before I would attribute it to, like all my dogs, I try to teach them not to bark unless like somebody's pulling in to drive or something. Bailey kind of disappointed me today, but she was excited because of all the kids being here. We all left, and I had her tied up, and she barked the whole time. She didn't do it yesterday or this morning whenever we went out, but this evening she did bark the whole time. Tomorrow I think I'm going to put her up in the building out here, at least muffle her bark, because I'll probably be hunting right above the house again. But yeah, we're going to work on the Bailey cam some more. I mean, I think it's promising. She seems to be friends with one. I mean, it's just weird how she does sometimes. And anybody that's kept up with the channel would probably tend to agree. I mean, it's just weird that, like if somebody was to pull in the driveway right now that she knew, she would wag her tail and go to them. And she does that, but she does that looking up in the woods and takes off up in the woods. So, yeah, I mean, about every time that we go out, Booger, and they're close by because, rocks are thrown or I'm hearing stuff or whatever, she'll take off by herself and, just one good picture. That's all I need. She can have an hour of shaky footage. As long as I get 1 or 2 seconds of decent footage, that's all I need. Yeah, dogs, I mean, yeah, they know that. They know who's who. I think the Boogers are the same. They know the sound of my truck. There's several times that I've come in here, like literally hundreds of times that I've pulled in here, and about 10 minutes later, the Boogers start their activity. Like they've come up, I can hear them coming out of the holler or coming up the holler or whatever. And I think they hear me and they come down to mess with me. Yep, just one good shot. Just one good pick. That's all we need. Like, whenever she's standing still and, maybe walking up to one with her head up to get her head patted or whatever, that would be simply amazing. The only place I've ever done boogering is here at my farm and at LBL and a little bit over in Logan, West Virginia. But I mean, maybe one of these days I'll go to different places. But I want to, I've got a local clan around here, and I'm starting to think I've got 2 because of something that happened the other day. But I want to figure them out around here before I go other places. And I've come a long way, and I mean, I've been doing it for over 4 years now, and I've come a long way knowing some of the things, some of their habits and such. Oh, absolutely, LBL's a hot spot. I've got a playlist on my channel with LBL videos. Absolutely, it's a hot spot. I mean, it's so much of a hot spot that the government actually went in and bought everybody's houses and stuff and moved them all out of there. Which is, I think that's why we have national parks and such, because of boogers. Well, if you keep up with my channel, what made me want to. If you keep up with my channel, then I mean, you know that I've got 7 or 8 boogers, and I found as many as 5 different size tracks in one place, and that didn't include the big alpha male. Well, the other day, whenever I was over at Uncle Bob's house, now he's probably driving at least 5 miles from me, as a crow flies 4. But I saw a bunch of different tracks, and I don't think the clan would be that big. And I didn't have my camera or anything with me, but he was actually told me to go. He plants a what's it called, turnip greens and such, and he found a bunch of big tracks, and they was kind of washed out and stuff, but you could tell that they was barefoot tracks, and they wasn't the size of the ones that I have here. And there was, well, there wasn't. I think there was 3 different sizes, but there might have just been 2. So that's, I don't think they're ones around here, because, and these were pretty big tracks. Yeah, my land's on Uncle Bob's, or my land's joins Uncle Bob's and the hunting clubs. But the reason that I started sharing the stuff that goes on here is because I'm sure there's other people. You know, I'm sure this has been going on for, well, I know for at least 30 years, ever since I was a little boy. I just didn't know what it was. And Papa used to tell me to come home at night, or stay around the house at night or in the evenings, because of the wood boogers. And, you know, I always thought this is a booger man or something. So the reason I'm doing this is because they could be around other people's place and they not know it. But there's things you can look for. And people need to know if they're around their property. I mean, that's why I put it out there. And I get grief. Anybody that puts themselves out there with this stuff gets grief, because the mainstream don't want it out there. And you're a crazy person if you put it out there. If I had to go toe to toe with an angry Sasquatch, what kind of fire or power would I want to be packing? Probably a Sherman tank. Anything else would probably just piss them off. I pack a 357 around, but I mean, unless you get one good shot, and that's another thing people don't understand about these. You know, they're big, strong creatures, but they can move lightning quick. I'm talking about blink of an eye, they could be from 30 yards away to right up on you. And then if you did shoot one, you've got to worry about the other ones. Well, sure, you can feel. Have you ever been sitting in a restaurant and you can feel, you know, somebody staring at you and you can feel their eyes on you? I mean, that's the feeling you get. And then sometimes you can get the goosebump feeling. But mainly the goosebump feeling happens after something happens. And you get the goosebumps, like rocks start getting thrown around you, or a tree falls down by you or something like that. But yeah, I mean, you can tell when somebody's looking at you. It's basically the same thing. It's, you know, I guess the lizard part of our brain or whatever. You know, the good Lord's provided us with something in our brain to tell you, you know, you're walking down the road and somebody's got bad intentions, or you're driving and you can just feel something's going to happen. I mean, that's just part of us. Yeah, but the problem, your 44 Magnum, I mean, if you, you know, I mean, I'm not trying to be ugly or anything, but People don't realize how quick these things are. I mean, they're like a flash of light. They're so quick. And I know it's hard to understand a big animal moving like that, but I mean, they're quick. That's all I can say. Go watch Snow White Bigfoot's juvenile jumper video. She slowed it way down and it's still quick. I mean, it's just crazy quick. Yeah, if you shoot one, then, I mean, their brothers and sisters are going to be awful mad at you. See, they ain't been really bothering me. I mean, I haven't had nothing happen around the house, but then again, I haven't really been paying attention because the boys here, we came out last night, and I thought about doing more live, but man, it's just been so cold. It got down to 19 degrees this morning. At 5 o'clock this morning, it was 19 degrees, so yeah, I'm not going to hang out in that. I hear you, Patricia. I'm fixing to go back in and watch some games. It's cold out here now. But I wanted to come out and tell y'all that I figured I wouldn't have as much time, but I can upload a video. I thought I just heard something moving. I can upload a video pretty quick from this phone, or have one uploading or whatever from my camera. Whew, -12. Good night. I don't know, man. I mean, if you want to go out and shoot one with a grenade launcher or whatever, I don't think you're understanding how quick these guys are. I mean, by the time you got your sight on it, it would already be upon you. And they're extremely quiet too. I mean, it amazes me how quiet they are. Like today, I noticed that I move a lot quieter with my foot than my little nephew's foot, which my foot's 3 times the size of his, but his little foot makes a lot of noise where mine didn't, and that's just because I've learned to walk quieter in the woods than he has. Now imagine you was out there and your survival depends on not being seen or heard. You're gonna learn to walk even quieter, and they're just masters of it. You're not going to even hear them unless they want you to hear them. So I mean, there's that. I mean, if you're, I don't know why anybody would want to go out to try to shoot one. If one attacked, then if I had a friggin' slingshot, I'm going to try to defend myself against whatever's trying to do me harm. But if you're just looking to go out, then you better have a platoon to back you up, because one man ain't got much of a chance, no matter what you got. Yeah, I mean, they do it for a living. They're out there hiding for a living. You're absolutely correct. Yep, there you go, Raven. Leave them alone. And, I mean, people put themselves in stupid situations. Like, if I'm doing something and a tree gets pushed down, you can tell if they don't want you there. Rocks are being thrown. They'll try to divert you by throwing rocks around you and stuff, and let you know you're getting too close, maybe to the main family. These things have kids too, and they're going to protect their kids. So, I mean, they'll let you know. Brown dwarf, the one with the rock or the Bigfoot, it is an interesting picture. I mean, it's in the right shape, but who knows? I think I would have tried to get a little closer, walk up to it until a rock starts getting thrown or something. But they'll let you know if you're getting too close to them, and they'll tell you if it's time to back off or not. I'm not going to be happy. I mean, there might be some in my videos, but I'm not. I'm not going to be happy until there's absolutely no doubt what we're looking at. Like the sightings I've had, you know, 4 sightings I've had is very quick. I mean, like a flash, just pretty much a blur is what I saw. I mean, a rough outline of a shape or whatever. But I'm not going to be happy until I get a good look at him. I need to talk to Lady in the Woods again because she got a good look at it, but she didn't want to really describe it to me because her grandkids were there. But just a good look. My take on the divide that many people say boogers are the most spiritual kind beings ever. Then the other hand, many tell stories of how they are violent and kill. I think they're flesh and blood. I don't think there's nothing magical about them or spiritual. I mean, that's just my opinion. That I mean, that you know, people like okay, Bigfoot Outlaw just came in and he was talking about he's seen an orb. Lady in the Woods. These are people I trust. And both of them told me they've seen orbs, but how do we know that they're even related to Bigfoot? You know what I'm saying? There's, I'm sure there's different creatures out there other than Bigfoot. I mean, like Dogman. I've never seen evidence or anything of a Dogman around here, but you know, other people have, and who am I to say that you know they're lying? Uh, there's other things out there, so you know maybe boogers have different personalities like people does. Maybe one's a butthole, and then one of them's you know not such a butthole. I think they're just flesh and blood. You know, maybe they're having a bad day type of deal. I think you know they're going to do what they have to do to protect themselves and their family or whatever. But I mean, I don't know. You know, I've never seen an orb or anything, but people that I actually trust have seen them. So there's that. You know, I try to ask if it's eye, if it could possibly be eye shine. You know, stuff like that. There's who knows. There's other stuff out there. Well, to be a cannibal, they would have to be a human. Are they human? I mean, predator maybe, but cannibal, I think they have to be a human. Exactly, Raven. Well, the thing is, like the ones over at Snow White's and the ones here, you know, they've never really tried to do me harm. I mean, they'll try to get your attention, and she'll be the first to tell you they're jokers. I mean, they'll, like I said, throw rocks and such. But yeah, I don't know. She's got amazing trading and stuff like that. But who knows? I think you know they're young ones messing with her. There might be the older ones out there around her property too. You know, keep an eye on the younger ones. But you know, they're kind of like the kids of the boogers. So I mean, I'm sure they could have a bad day, and you know, I really do worry about her. She knows this. I mean, I'm glad she doesn't really feed them or anything anymore, because I don't think that's a good idea. No, I don't think they're human either. Exactly, Raven. Who, me feeding them peanut butter? I haven't done that since like the first year. That's before I knew better. And, you know, I don't recommend you feed them anything. Number one, because you don't know, like peanut butter, for instance, you don't know if they could be allergic to that. Or, you know, people give them candy and stuff. Or if they get a big sugar buzz. Or, you know, what if you give them something that actually poisons them? Then you're in trouble. So yeah, I mean, people give them sweets and stuff. You know, they can't go to a dentist. They could rot their teeth out, and you know, with no teeth, and they're as good as dead. They can't eat. And that's another thing that, you know, I've heard, and it makes sense. You know, you get older ones that can't get out and hunt and stuff, and you know, it's still a big, powerful beast. Maybe its teeth's not as good. What, you know, a human being would be easy prey for one like that. Oh yeah, they get plenty of sweets. Like shoot, the persimmons right now are just loaded plumb down, and you talk about some good eating. It's sweet. Yeah, that kind of went two ways too, didn't it, Joel? I mean, we caught we caught diseases too. But I mean, anytime you got two separate groups and they get together, there's gonna be stuff passed around until you know everybody gets used to everything and all that. I think I hear something coming from up the holler now. But I mean, people need to look at it more logical. You know, these things are born and they grow old and they die. They've got, it seems like, different personalities. They have to make a living. I mean, they have to have food, water. Uh, so, you know, they're physical beings. Definitely, in my opinion. Like I said, I've never seen orbs or had mind talk or any of that. And, you know, like other people I trust that say they've never had anything like that, mind talk. And like I said, on the orbs, even if you do see an orb, who's to say that's, you know, a Sasquatch or a Booger or whatever? But yeah, they go after whatever. Like now, they've got to be on a meat diet, meat and nuts, and you know, there's persimmons out there still yet, maybe some apples or whatever on wild trees still yet out there. But it's going away soon, here in about a month. They won't have nothing but meat. They'll be on a strict meat diet. I wouldn't know, Brian. I've never seen one that close to inspect its teeth or its eyes or anything, so I can't say nothing about it. I mean, sure, they stand upright like us, walk around kind of like us. I do know they go on all fours. The one I seen that was very, very, very quick, and the one that ran across my porch was on all fours. I seen two standing too. One of them running on two legs, but I think that's because it was going over a cliff. Yeah, what I understand, they have big, huge eyes. You know, somebody else was telling me that, Jason. I'm gonna look into it. I actually tried to make one up, and I got it pretty good, but it's a chore. Bailey, whenever I'm putting that on her, likes to lay down, and she's a big, big gal to try to be rolling around getting a harness on. You're standing on a hog you shot. So you shot a hog and it's going to get it. Which, you know, I can totally believe that. And somebody asked me, yeah, in the wintertime it does. I mean, they still come around. They go about on a 3-week schedule coming around here. But right now it's rifle season. And like today, there's all kinds of rifle shots and stuff. And last year, you know, whenever I really started to pay attention to these things in all aspects of whatever I do, I've noticed that the activity kind of picks up around here during rifle season. And I think it's because, you know, other than my little buddies hunting with me, it's usually just me hunting on this property. The 200 acres is more like a safe haven for them. Of course, now the government bought up all that land over there, you know, thousands of acres. So maybe they'll go over there and hang out. I don't know. I have a feeling that my clan will stay around here. Now the ones over at Uncle Bob's, and you know, that might not even be a clan. That might have been a couple of stray males or something. That's kind of what it looked like. Too big. One of them had an 18-inch footprint, and the other one had about maybe a 20, maybe 19 and a half. But like I said, I didn't have a camera or anything. I don't know. Or a tape measure with me. And of course it rains here all the time and the tracks are washed out. So maybe they just look bigger. I don't know. I just wanted to get on here tonight and let y'all know what's been going on. I've been posting a couple of videos, but not a whole lot major. The Bailey cam deal, I don't know how much I'm going to be getting done. I don't like for her to be up in the hills while it's rifle season, especially. What was that? Yeah, that's why I put the some guts on a tree today. I think I heard something. But yeah, there's plenty, you know, that's a free meal to them. And, you know, a lot of people, like my uncle last year shot a deer and it ran down in this holler right across the road. The main road for me is his holler. And I track the thing. And, you know, I'm pretty good at tracking something, especially something that's bleeding and wounded and making a big trail that a blind man could track. And that trail just absolutely stopped. And the deer was nowhere to be found. And, I mean, it had definitely bled enough. You could see where the deer had dropped on the ground a couple of times, and then the last time where it had dropped on the ground, it was just gone. I wasn't thinking at the time of a booger getting it, but actually I think that was year before last. Man, time flies. But yeah, I think people that lose their deer might be, some of them's probably losing them to boogers. Well, that's good. I mean, a lot of kids are into this stuff, and I think it's great. Them little boys that was down here with me, they want to come go boogering all the time, and my sister's little girl too. They was actually wanting to do it, and we did do it a little bit Friday. I've got video of that before the gun season came in, but you know, I'm not taking them around the hills, even though we've got blaze orange on. And on my property, I really don't care, but you never know if somebody's going to sneak in. I had to run somebody off today, matter of fact. They wasn't actually hunting on me, but they had parked. They had parked that right down below from one of my stands, and I told them, look, I don't, you know, if you want to park. I told them where they could park at because they was hunting on a neighbor. And if anybody watched my county road video, they would know how great that county road is going up over the hill. So, you know, they rode a four-wheeler up there. But I told them to park up there at the end so they don't get you know, one of my bullets could have easily hit them, their truck or whatever from where I was. But I've got a people pretty much know not to hunt on me right now. Now, whenever I go back to work, who knows what'll go on. Usually I know if people go up and down the road, so. Nah, I've got the dog food put up. I guess it'll stay put up. So they haven't messed with you. And I've got these game cameras up. They messed with that one game camera. And this other one over here don't work. So they stay, they don't come right on my perimeter anymore. They haven't done that since that last time I got it on the window peck. And I put the game cameras up soon after that. Yeah, I've never seen a game warden. Well, no, that's a lie. Last year one came up here. That's the first one I've ever seen in 41 years. Yeah, game cameras they keep them away. They're gone. I mean, that's the best booger deterrent ever. There you go. Whoever was talking about taking a gun, you want to keep them off of you, take a game camera around with you. They keep away from those. That's how I keep them away from the house. I saw that too, Jen. The bleach. Wasn't that Brenda Harvey or somebody had that? What's her channel called? I can't remember right now. Skinwalkers or something like that. Or no, Shadow Seekers. That's what it is. New Mexico Shadow Seekers. Brenda Harvey. Man, I kind of figured there'd be more activity out here tonight, especially with the kids here. I figured that they would have got more curious. Maybe came in tonight. I'm here by myself now. Everybody's left. But I'm not hearing anything. But who knows? Maybe they're out finding deer that got lost or shot and gut piles and all that. I'm definitely going to check it out tomorrow where I left the organs on that log. And if they're gone, if the ones on the log's gone and the gut piles are still on the ground, that's going to be really odd because, a crow or a coyote or something like that would eat all the guts. That's what they go for first. So that's going to be really, really cool if the ones on the log's gone and the other ones on the ground are still there. So we'll check that out. Why would smoking cigarettes keep them away? I smoked cigarettes up until last year and they didn't keep away. Yeah, they do a lot of belly crawling, but they don't come within range. And what's really confusing me is I don't know. I think they just know what game cameras are. Like the IR, they come around my motion detectors that don't have cameras built in them. But it's constantly throwing IR out there. Game cameras do it. They have the flash. I don't think they like that flash. I'll let that one hang overnight, and I'm depending on what the temperature's going to be tomorrow. I might let it hang. The longer they hang and bleed out, the better the meat is. It's never seemed to bother him here. I mean, like I said, I'm out here smoking my pipe right now. And like I said, I smoked cigarettes for until last year. I put them down about a year ago. And it never seemed to bother them. I mean, shoot, most of my biggest activity was me sitting out here on this porch in the summertime, smoking cigarettes and reading a book or whatever. That's whenever they would smack the house. That's before I knew what was going on. Yeah, the Indians smoked it. Well, guys, I believe I'm going to call it a night. Not much activity here. I'm going to get up early in the morning. My hands are about turned into ice. So everybody have a good night and God bless. I don't know what that whistle was. I heard that just as I was getting ready to go in. I tell you what, I'm going to stop this live stream and I'll go in and get my charger because my battery's also going down. And if anybody's interested, just type in yes right now. I'll start another live stream if anybody's interested, and maybe I can leave it out here while I go inside. Well, all right. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to finish this one, and then I'll start another one because I'm going to let this one upload and let everybody know what I've been up to. So, everybody else that don't want to come back, good night, God bless, and I'll see everybody else in a minute.